Hey guys, welcome back to Vandemic Campervans. I'm Rick. We're here to show you our latest build. Welcome back, guys. Again, 2021 Highroof Promaster, 159 wheelbase. Just finished it up for our client. Super excited to show you guys. Would love for you guys to subscribe to the channel. Helps us out a ton. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Also, get a lot of questions about why we use the Promaster. We've got a video coming out, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. It'll be out soon. Welcome inside to the Vandemic package van. Really excited how this client pick and chose their colors. Turned out great. So we're going to start over here in our living room. We've got a 4-foot couch. They chose an awesome fabric for their couch cushions. It just kind of pops a little bit and it just brings some life into the build. Up above, we've got 2 overhead cabinets. Again, we build to the frame of the van out about 15 inches deep, just really to how do we maximize the space of the van, and it's by building from the frame of the van out. And so we've maximized that. There's a 3rd one above your closet. All in all, 6 overhead cabinets. Over here, we have a nice big window. It slides open. There's a screen, just helps with air ventilation, cross ventilation, just to get some airflow inside the van. And the window itself is nice and big, just to help with some additional light inside the van. We do include blackout shades for the entire vehicle. These are blackout blinds, so the client's able to pick whatever color matches their color scheme of the van. Over here, we have our closet. Get the pillow out of the way. So there's a hang bar in there. This is more so, again, it's not huge, but it gives some hang space for maybe some coats, maybe some shirts, long sleeve shirts you need to hang up, or maybe some sweatshirts. It's deep enough where you can have shoes, or if you want to hide some stuff, you can have that at the bottom, maybe cover it up with some more valuable stuff you can have at the bottom. You can see here, standard in every build is a lagoon table. Great product. The great thing about these is they rotate on a 360-degree plane. You can raise them up. They can reach the front 2 seats, which swivel, which is also standard in every build. And then you could also move it over into the kitchen area and use it as an extension of the counter as well. Below the couch, we've got a couple of drawers. There's 4 total. 2 decent sized ones and then a couple smaller ones. I think we mentioned a couple builds ago, we switched up the slides that these are on. These are on a push release now, as opposed to just a soft close. The reason why we did this is that while you're driving and there's a little bit of weight in the bigger drawers, we found that those were popping open. So with the push release, it's rated up to 100 pounds, which is a good amount of weight, and you can't pull them open. So you have to do a push. 2 smaller ones here. And then we've got our garbage and recycle, both removable. You can just throw a garbage bag inside of both of those, remove those, or get rid of them. And then finally back here is the toilet house. Again, it's just a cassette toilet, but it's there more so for an emergency. We feel most people in van life, they'll go outside if they're out in nature, or if you're close to civilization, you can pop into a coffee shop or a gym and take care of business there. Other thing I just want to point out too is the leather handles. So this was brought to our attention a little while ago. Metal hurts when you hit it or kick it and you can bleed. So the idea of doing some leather, it's soft, but it gives some richness, and at the end of the day, we love the idea of being home, and we feel like that's what we've created here. All right, we're gonna do the kitchen right now. So we've got a 4-foot counter. This van is completely off the grid, so that's equipped with an induction stovetop. It's a 2-burner stovetop, Impava. These are great just because you don't have to worry about an extra gas canister running out in the middle of nowhere. You're rest assured that you can cook anytime, any place. A lot of clients have been opting to have this flip up. It adds a good 18 inches of additional counter space, so going from 4 feet to 5.5. And then if you want, like I said earlier, you can use the lagoon table as additional counter space as well. Kind of went with a black theme with black stainless steel drop-in sink, but also faucet. So we've been providing every client with our emblem engraved into the drop-in cutting board. Nice deep sink, pull down faucet to reach in and get all the good stuff out of there. We include a little ledge right here just to give some separation from the kitchen and the bedroom. And it's, you know, about 3 inches wide, so you can actually set some things up here. And also have our spice rack, 2 different shelves there. Self-ratcheting paper towel holder is a standard. Above, you've got 1 overhead cabinet designated for the kitchen. Again, about 15 inches deep, can hold a lot of good pantry items. We do include a USB right here. Something that we started doing is including a little, it's a mini air conditioner that runs off of 12 volt. So it runs off of a USB. You can have that placed right here towards the bed at night if you're in a warmer area. Got 2 buttons here. One is the water pump, and then the other is a solenoid release. So there's an undermount 10-gallon gray water tank with this van. The option to have the solenoid release is that the client gets to pick and choose where they release the water. Always include a towel bar, drawer here, or door for underneath the sink, provides a good amount of space. There's an additional drawer here, cutlery, utensils, just an added feature. Just again, we try to maximize the space in every single build. And then this van, we were able to get in an isotherm Cruise 130. It's a huge fridge for a van. It's actually 4.6 cubic feet, which is huge for such a small space. You can hold all your goodies for 4 to 5 days solid, weeks worth of food. Welcome to the bedroom, guys. We have here a short queen, which is 75 inches tall, which runs widthwise, and then a normal standard queen 60 inches wide. So it gives you a good amount of space. It's bigger than a full-size bed, which is nice in a van. Every build will have your reading lights. And then we've got our control panels over here. So we've got a light switch with a dimmer for the bedroom. We've got 4 USB outlets. We have 2 outlets, 120. And then again, every van will have 2 MaxxAir fans. These are great. One controls both of them. Great thing about the MaxxAir fans is you can have one air pulling air in, and then the other one can be pushing it out, so you get a nice good amount of wind circulation in the van, which is awesome at night. And also, even if it's hot out, you can actually they're on a thermostat. You can set the thermostat if you've got like a furry friend. You can set that, and the fans will turn on automatically if it gets too warm, which is awesome. Last piece over here is the thermostat for the Webasto heater, which rests up front underneath the passenger seat. These are great too. Again, it comes on a thermostat. You can program that and have that turn on early in the morning, so your piggies are nice and warm when they hit the ground. Or if you're out and it's cooler in the area, you can have it set and just have the van maintained at a specific heat, which is great. We're going to swing over this way. Just to showcase the two overhead compartments here. These are the two largest ones in the build. But again, built to the frame of the van and then out, just to maximize the space. So clothes, maybe some extra blankets and sheets will comfortably fit there. All right, and as always, on the back end of the bed, we have a 4 cubby compartment just to have a little bit more storage space. And then there's a USB for whoever sleeps on this side of the bed. It's standard in every build. Got to have an outdoor shower. So we don't put showers inside the van. Feedback we've gotten is that most people really don't use them a whole lot. So what we did is include one on the outside. Great outdoor shower in the middle of nature, under the stars. Just, it's one of my favorite things to do. And a lot of our clients love it too. The good news is it is heated. So that we do have a 2.5 gallon water heater inside. So you've got hot water to your outdoor shower, but also to your kitchen sink. Speaking of water, we include a 32 gallon wheel well freshwater tank. So gives you enough water. I mean, that should last a good week while you're out and about. That sits on this side here. Your water inlet is right here. We provide a 50-foot expandable hose so you can fill up wherever you are on the road, gas stations, RV parks, wherever you're able to do that, a friend's house, who knows. And then we have a little cutout here. There's a light that's attached to that. It's harder to see in the daylight, but when it's dusk or a little bit darker, that lights up pretty nice and you can see exactly where your water level's at, so you know when you need to fill. All right, we're gonna pop over to the other side of the garage, show you what's got over there. Very well vented. This side houses all the electric, but outside here, just wanna show there's 3 zones for lights. So there's a garage area, which is on dimmer. Everything's lit up in the back. So there's a couple up underneath me, the water tank, and then inside this box here, just so you can see at night and make sure you got everything that you need to do. Outlet there, 2 120 outlets. People like to work outside, or if you're, you know, want to use a blender or something out off the back, and you can always do that as well. One other thing too, another outlet right here is a shore power outlet. So this is included in every single build. We just recommend getting a standard extension cord, and you can plug in if you're at an RV park or a campground that has its own electric. You can actually tie right in and actually charge your whole battery pack. All right, we're coming into the garage, and so we're on the driver's side. And again, like I said, this is where all the electric is housed, kind of the brains of the operation. So this big blue box in front of you is a 4,000 watt Ames inverter. Big, beefy inverter. The whole goal with this is that you can run 2 appliances at the same time without worrying about tripping a breaker. You have your fuse box, control panel, additional breakers up top. One of the most important pieces in the build is that white box up front there. That is the battery-to-battery charger. Almost more important than solar, in our opinion. While the van is on or driving, it will actually charge your battery bank. And speaking of the battery bank, around here, we have 105 amp hour lithium ion batteries. There's 3 of them, so you have a total of 315 amp hour batteries. They're Lion Energy, great batteries. Up top, the gray box we include now standard is a cell booster. This just helps allow people to work from the road a little bit easier, but also just have additional cell service out in the great wide open. You'll notice here too, the wide open cutout. We leave that open, and the reason for that is just in case you need to get back inside. Say it's raining outside, you can get to and from the garage without getting wet or having to hop outside. So everything's accessible from inside. Again, we do include, if the van doesn't already have a hitch, we do include one in our Vandemic package. This is class 4 hitch. I think it pulls up to 5,500 pounds is what the standard weight for the van is. All right, we magically made it to the roof. Again, so one MaxxAir fan up front, 2 big solar panels, 195 watt solar panels each, so you've got 390 total watts. Again, this is just to help bolster the completely off the grid living, which people love with van life. Second, MaxxAir fan in the back, and that wraps up the roof. All right, wrapping up the outside of the van here are tires and rims. So included in our Vandemic package is an upgrade in both. We do put on all-terrain tires. This helps when you're trail riding. Also on the highway too, it just helps smooth things out, but they're just a little bit more heavy duty and rugged. And then we do put new rims on as well. The original ProMaster rims are just less than desirable. So to help kind of tie in the look and more appealing look, we put better rims on, and for us, we just think it looks really nice. Thank you guys so much. That is a wrap on this beautiful ProMaster. Really appreciate you watching. If you like the video, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more builds coming up, but we're also gonna have some other additional videos. I think I mentioned earlier why we choose the ProMaster will be one of the next ones to come out that's not a van build. If you're interested in a build, we still have some availability beginning of next year. They fill up quick. Just picture yourself in this. Give us a call. Link will be in the first comment below if you want any more information on how to get a build yourself, or if you just have questions. Thanks again, guys.